This video is to help you complete your senior course selection sheet. As soon as you get your sheet, you'll want to make sure that you include your name up at the top. Also, you'll want to make sure that you circle the graduation date that you intend on. If you are planning on graduating in May, circle the N. Next, you'll notice the required courses listed. Most of those are based on teacher recommendation and your semester 1 grade. For English, while you will get a recommendation from your teacher, it's also important to note on your sheet which senior English elective that you plan on taking so your counselor knows. You'll notice that math and science do not have X's next to them. Although you will get a teacher recommendation for the class, they are not required for graduation. Your counselors will strongly urge you to take math and science all 4 years. For your consumer ed requirement, you have the option to take any of the consumer ed options in addition to econ. The consumer ed options are listed in the business education department. The options are CP, honors, early bird, and blended learning. If you have any questions about the difference, please talk to your counselor. If you're interested in taking an econ class in place of consumer ed, those would be on the back in place of the social studies. You'll notice that Econ Honors is a half a credit, which is 1 semester, and AP Econ is a full year class. Next, you'll want to make sure that you choose 2 PE classes, 1 for each semester. If a PE class has a 1 after it, it's fall. If it's a 2, that means it's spring. If you are a senior on a varsity sport, you may be exempt from that semester of PE. Check with your counselor to make sure you're eligible. For the remainder of your electives, they'll be organized by department. There are also some on the back, so please don't forget about those. If you take a look at the back, we included an example class schedule so you can figure out how much room you have in your schedule for additional electives. So other than the required and core courses, you have a few empty spots. So first we'll focus on world language. While world language is not a graduation requirement, if you are successful in a world language class and planning on applying to college, we do recommend that you take at least 2 to 4 years. And as always, your counselor will recommend that you have a study hall both semesters. This will give you time to meet with your teachers and visit resource rooms if you need additional support. For seniors, you will have the option to have an open or an elective. You are allowed 1 open per semester. Please keep in mind that your lunch is also an open as you are able to leave campus for lunch. If you are planning on taking a world language, on the back, you'll want to mark that so your counselor knows that you intend on continuing a language. If you're planning on taking a study hall and or open, you will also want to mark that on your sheet. We have students rank them rather than mark X's so we know what is most important to you for your schedule. If you still have additional room in your schedule, we'll want to mark more electives. So if you turn back to the front, you'd mark at least a few more electives, rank them in order of interest. And then on the back, you'll want to include a few backup electives in case we can't pick your first electives. Once you've reviewed the sheet with your parent, have them sign and then you'll need to sign as well. If you're interested, on the top right-hand corner, you'll see LZHS graduation requirements in addition to what we would recommend if you are planning on attending college after high school. If you're a Tech Campus student, you'll fill out this form a little bit different. As a reminder, our Tech Campus students senior year will complete English, government and consumer education each a semester, math, and then science or PE if you don't take science. Senior year cosmetology students will do lunch, English, government, consumer education, and PE or math. Now, for both of those options, students are PE exempt if a core course is taken in place of PE. Make sure that you select your intended program on the back of your sheet, and on the front, include what PE class that you would like to take if you are planning on taking PE. Some important dates to remember. February 6th, core course placements are posted on Home Access for your review. From February 6th through the 16th, we have a waiver period. if you don't agree with the recommendations of your teachers for your core classes, you're able to submit a waiver to the main office during that period. February 16th is also the last day to let your counselor know if you have any elective changes. February 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and 7th would be junior registration. So that's when we meet with all of our junior students individually and go through these forms. So please make sure that when your U.S. history class comes down, you have this form completed. March 13th is the final course placements available on Home Access. So you'll see the full list of core classes and your elective classes listed. Please contact your counselor as soon as possible if something is incorrect. As always, if you have any questions, please contact your counselor or stop by the counseling office.